1620, the Puritans arrived on the coast of North America. The Puritans were intense English Protestants who did not believe that the Reformation of the Anglican Church under Elizabeth went far enough. They sought to further reform the church, but after persecution they moved to Holland. The Puritans had a deep belief in predestination, and the congregation of the church was limited to visible saints who had gone through the conversion process. They took the Bible very seriously, and they believed that the Bible was God's law. The Puritans thought that they were chosen by God and that they were a model for other societies. Because of this, they had very little time for leisure and fun. Dancing and other forms of enjoyment were not allowed, and holidays were spent praying. Sex was not allowed unless it was for procreation.
The Puritans had a strong belief that the devil lived in the forest, and the devil caused all negative events in the world. Because of this, they believed that God was the only one that could provide salvation. The people searched for signs from God in nature to see if they were in God's good grace.
The Puritans were persecuted in England, so they moved to the Netherlands. After several years in the Netherlands, the Puritans were worried that they were moving away from their ways and that their children were becoming too Dutchified. Therefore, they searched for a land where they could set up their own city away from distractions.
Because the Puritans had worked so hard to find and form their own city, any threat to the city was taken very seriously. In 1692, tensions rose in Salem and people were accused of witchcraft. The witch hunt began when a couple of teen girls attempted to conjure spirits through dancing. After being caught by the minister, the girls acted like the spirits of several members of the town possessed them. These women had the choice to either confess that they were witches or be hanged.
Arthur Miller antagonized the reaction of the Puritans to the accusations of the teen girls in his play, The Crucible. The Crucible was written in 1952 as an allegorical parallel to the Red Scare in the 1950s. Miller displayed how the Puritans' ideology gradually built tension in the Puritan society, which eventually led to the mass hysteria of the Salem witch trials. In his play, Miller focused on how the Puritans' lack of enjoyment and intense Christian beliefs led to their demise.
Several factors caused the beginning of this witch hunt. The girls were oppressed due to strict rules that prevented dancing and fun. Because the girls could not have fun, they released their sexual frustrations in the woods. Also, long-time feuds and land disputes between older people caused spiteful Puritans to accuse their neighbors. There were also disputes over who would be the town's minister, which caused animosity within the higher class. The Puritans that went against the conformed society were accused of witchcraft because they were easy targets. Another theory is that the girls' wheat was infected with ergot, a fungi which causes hallucinations.
Towards the end of the witch hunts, the governor of Virginia's wife was accused. This accusation led to the end of the witch hunt, as Governor Phipps would not allow his wife to be incarcerated.
The end of the witch hunt led to a slow separation between church and state, and the formation of the Dominion of New England forced the Puritans to become more inclusive of other ethnicities. Also, as people became more secular, the church attempted to bring people back to Christianity. Therefore, the church formed the Halfway Covenant to make the church more inclusive of others.
I say God is